And we're live, coming to you live once again from the Flagami studio in Miami, Florida. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free in my RV. Well, here we are. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for coming. And let me see what's going on here. Ingrid says 3 to 4 feet of snow is forecasted for Buffalo, New York. I heard something like that. Well, here this morning was like a balmy 65 degrees, which for South Florida might as well be snowing, huh? I kid, of course. But let me tell you, as the name of this live stream implies, the itch to hitch is real. I'm really getting that cabin fever. 6 weeks in Miami, it's almost as much as I can take. But we're gonna stay here for a little longer. Happy Friday, Reming Pasión, and Jelly Fosket makes whoa, subscribe for a cookie. No, Young Dave, howdy, Young Dave, and Bill and Sherry in Georgia. Hello there, Natalie Driscoll from down under. The RV DJ, our official bartender, has arrived. Hello, Gary Gorky. Hello, Robin Minkler, and Kyle A. Hello there. The bar is officially open, which means I'm going to open my mail. How about that? I'm going to open my mail and then we'll get... I don't know if he's here. This traveler who was our original patron and original moderator, actually, to be honest. He sent me a nice letter here. And he sent me his new sticker for Minitini I or... Minitini IV. I don't think I'm gonna call it Minitini IV if it happens. And we even got a pin. But Tracy's channel. What's the beverage tonight? I'm coming. Incomunito. Hi, Robert. Greetings from Bulgaria. All right, yeah. My grandparents were in Bulgaria back in probably the late 70s. And cheers from Argentina. Hola, Argentina. And what are you gonna be drinking tonight? Oh, okay. I got this very nice postcard from Pismo Beach, California. From Young Dave. You know that guy, Young Dave? He's here sometimes. Greetings from California, from Dave Carter. And as a fellow IPA enthusiast, I thought you might like this brew from the Eastern Sierras. So, that's what we're going to drink. I have it chilled back there in my nice refrigerator there. And you know what's also in that refrigerator? The turkey. I decided to get the turkey today. This is from Mammoth Brewing Company, and as you know, Mammoth Lake, I was in that area back in 2019. IPA 395, one of the most beautiful roads in America. So, hey, Young Dave, he says, I'm here. Well, brother, cheers to you. Let me open it up and give it the taste test. Woo. I hope I don't make noise. I have to come up with a better solution than this. Is it making noise? Sometimes it is an old mic, so sometimes no, it's very, actually it sounds very good. It's very clear. Okay. So yeah, cheers everybody. IPA 395. Oh, this is good. It's hoppy and malty actually. It's one of those kind of malty IPAs. It almost tastes like a Trappist ale. It's a double India Pale Ale brewed with juniper berries and sage. This is the good stuff. All right, well, thank you, Young Dave, for the beer, and let's start getting into the chat here. Papole, hi Robert, hi Mom. I did text Mom and told her that we were having a live stream. I hope she stops by. Her eyes are doing much better, by the way. DM Queen Kam Sujen 38. Are you in Florida, Robert? Yes, we are in Florida right now. And actually, it's that time of the year when the weather actually gets good, and it's good to like come out of the house without actually drenching in sweat. Actually, we walked today. We finally got my new glasses, if you can't tell, and that place that we went to, it's like the parking is a disaster because it's right next to a Dollar General, and the parking lot is like 10 spaces. So we decided to walk, and it is actually nice. Are there any Florida IPAs you can recommend? Definitely. Many Florida IPAs. Like, of course, my favorite will always be the first one, which is a Cigar City High Life from Tampa. But on the East Coast, we have Funky Buddha. Funky Buddha. I haven't had a Funky Buddha in a while, but Funky Buddha is fantastic. They started in Boca Raton, and now they are in Oakland Park, which is a neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale. But yeah, absolutely. Keith Ratchet, sorry I've missed these live chats the last couple of weeks. Been busy, but glad to be here and finally got around to sending you a nice bourbon. Hope you get it. Oh, definitely. I'm going. I did go yesterday to the PO box, and it was all junk mail. But I'm gonna go next week for sure, and maybe next Friday will be. I mean, it's Black Friday next Friday, right? So maybe we might be drinking some bourbon. Change the tradition. Tennis for everyone. Enjoy your IPA. Thank you. Robert, can you tell us your favorite American IPAs? Speaking of IPAs, Dogfish Head 90 Minute is one of those. As I said, Cigar City High Life. And I really like Lagunitas IPA, actually. The main was I've had so many IPAs by now that it's kind of hard. So all right, let me keep seeing here what's Eddie Negrete. You have visited some old historical places. Have you ever felt any ghost in those areas followed you? Not really. I think I have a good ghost repellent because I've never felt anything like that. Happy Friday, everyone from Shelleyhan. Stay warm, safe, everyone, especially those in Buffalo, New York area. Yeah, I hear it's a whiteout situation there, right? What are your plans while you're home, Robert? Pretty much video editing. That's what I've been doing a lot. I want to do a short video in Miami. For those of you who watched the video on the bicycle that I crossed the Rickenbacker Causeway into Virginia Key, I want to do a little bit of that. A little bit of the nicer parts of Miami. So, hey, darling Barcelo, and domo arigato, mister. You like my shirt? Yeah, I got this. You're not gonna guess where I got this. At Rock City, and that was some years back. That was this was one of those that I haven't worn in a while, so it's still good. But this one is like from when did I go to Chicago? Was it 2016, I believe. So hey, Mr. Stephen Loy, hi Robert. Hope you are well, and I'm wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, by the way, happy early Thanksgiving to all of you, since I'm not gonna see you until after Thanksgiving, unless I do another podcast recording. I might do it on Wednesday. I don't know yet. Daddy Bike version 3 is amazing, Robert. It is really good. It makes a little bit of a noise when I think it's the brakes that I have to like adjust them better. I just got it. I didn't have time to really do any adjusting. But it's good. It's good. I'm gonna take it on the next trip for sure. Happy Friday from a partly cloudy high desert in California, from Earl Wilson. The West is calling again, man. I'm just editing right now the video of Montana from the Lewis and Clark expedition, and yeah, the West is calling. Bro, what shirt are you wearing during the live stream? Well, this is from Rock City, the place where you can see 7 states, or so they claim. You should use OnTap to track your IPAs. Then we can follow what you drink too. I should. I really should. Because I've had so many that I travel more than most people, right? So imagine pretty much in every town that I visit, I look for the brewery, and nowadays there are breweries pretty much everywhere. So this is really good, by the way. Here's a fun fact from John Dave. IPA 395 has the essence of juniper and sage, 2 flavors or smells prevalent in the Eastern Sierras. I want to go to the Eastern Sierras too. Will you be going to Pelicamp soon over Thanksgiving? It's possible. I do need to change the battery on one of the cameras. Charge the battery on one of the cameras. So we're gonna be going up there soon. Besides, the itch to hitch is real. I really need a break from this town for a couple of days. If you know what I mean. JC, I completed 3 weeks of radiation and chemo today. Traveling Robert got me through. Have one for me. Absolutely, and I hope you get better there. The RV DJ is in a new shipment of Bright Cellar, courtesy of recommendation of Robert Morales. Bright Cellar, do we have any more Bright Cellars? No, we don't have any more Bright Cellars commercials for now. Maybe next year, The Eastern Sierras, sweet man. I love the Eastern Sierras. That area is it's some of the most beautiful. Walmart's in Tucson sell beer in 30 can boxes. Hard to fit in their refrigerator. 30 can boxes. Christopher Olson, a short stream for me tonight. Fever 103.1 makes me so tired. Too tired. See you all next week instead. Have a great night. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better, Christopher. And I'll see you next week for sure. The Lost RVers, the West. Once you check in, you can never check out. There's a song there somewhere, huh? You're hooked, Robert. I am. And Nicholas Haikazonian, thank you so much for your videos. You are an inspiration for travelers all over the world. And I've actually decided on doing a road trip from Denver to San Diego thanks to you. Enjoy. We're thinking of going by San Diego soon. The only thing kind of delaying my planning is that I don't know exactly what Minitini IV is gonna be like, or if we're gonna have to keep the one that we have. I haven't had that conversation yet, but as soon as I do, this coming year, I'm gonna try and plan it a lot better than the previous years. And this camera is having kind of like a low resolution day today. I don't know what's going on. I think it's time to upgrade this webcam. I buy one in boxes. Yeah, I've seen them in boxes too, but I kind of have the feel of opening the cork and that kind of ritual. You know what I mean? Ray Bird, happy Friday and happy Thanksgiving from Raleigh, North Carolina area. We have our Raleigh Christmas parade tomorrow. Love your YouTube channel videos. Thank you so much. And we're gonna go back by Raleigh at some point. We definitely that part of the last year's trip was way too quick. hoping to stop by Cigar City when we come down at the beginning of December, and it is totally worth it. And they're not a sponsor or anything like that, of course, even though I do have their T-shirts. But it does taste better right there if you drink it right there on the tap at the bar that they have. For some reason, it's fresher. You know, it does taste better. That's the best. Tracy's channel. It seems only us in the deep south go north for winter. Well, there's a whole. If you stand on I-75 right now, you probably well, maybe not right now. It's nighttime, but at some point you're gonna see more RVs than vehicles coming south, and all the snowbirds escaping the brutal winter, right? I always feel brand new when I travel through the western states, and yeah, our friend Remy is texting me. Hey, Red Jaguar, hello to my Pelican Head family, and to Traveling Rubber, hello to you, my traveling friend. And journal your way. Thank you for that super chat. Happy Thanksgiving. Did you have COVID on the road? I did not. I've been one of the few. Adventures of Ken and Linda. Thanks for the episodes of Lewis and Clark. And thank you for watching them. I am having a good time doing it, and especially now, and especially now that I'm trying to work ahead, and I'm not as ahead as I wanted to be, but let me tell you, I have an itch, but I'm having a good time, especially now that we did the Dakotas, Montana. After Montana, the next episode is gonna be crossing the Rockies, which was actually awfully a lot of smoke. Larry Minini, hello Robert. Just returned today from a cruise on Eclipse at the port of Miami. The roads are still quite a mess. We are at home here in West Palm Beach. Enjoy your evening. Well, South Florida, and now our 836, our version of the Los Angeles 405. They're doing a double decker over the Miami River, and I'm sure by 2030 it's gonna be great. But man, it's lots of construction. That's the good stuff. Drinking game. Every time you touch your nose, we take a shot. I don't know. I'm not used to speaking so much. So I guess when I speak a lot, I don't know. I get an itch. Tracy's channel. You do a great job editing your videos. Are always a joy to watch. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad. Um, Let me come back here. Oh, traffic is already bad here in Southwest Florida coast. Welcome back, snowbirds. Yeah, and I see you visited your barber, looking fresh. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my barber. This guy is like the quickest, the fastest barber I've ever had. That's why I like him. It's not like he does like this super great job, but I'm out of there in 5 minutes. It's incredible. I don't know how he does it, and for many years, I took forever to go to the barber because sometimes I feel like it is a waste of time. Going to the barber shop and you sit there and you listen to the conversation but anyway. Hola Robert and happy Friday. Do you speak Spanish, Italian, German, and French? Mainly English and Spanish. Although I'm even starting to forget some of those. German, I only know the like Guten Morgen, Danke schön, and Flughafen. Italian is a Romance language, so a lot of words are similar to Spanish. So and French, I like to believe that I speak a little French when I get drunk, but I really don't. But I love the language. I love the French language. So on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the highest probability, do you think electric tow vehicles will ever replace diesel or gasoline propulsion engines? What a great live chat. I would go and I say 5, but in like 100 years. It's gonna take a long time. But it's gonna be a very long, long time. We're gonna have probably impulse engines, warp drive, some kind of cold fusion. But as batteries stand right now, I think it's gonna be a while. Unless we come up with a standardized battery, and when you go to a gas station, basically you swap the battery and keep going. That would be the only way. My mom, everybody say hello to my mom, and I should patent that. Greetings to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I am feeling better. Love and peace, mom. There you go. Hi, Robert. I'll be spending the next few days in Ocala for family business. Any recommendations for food and beer? Not really. I would have to ask our friends Apple and Rob, formerly of the Captain's Hideaway, because they live in Ocala now. I've never spent any significant time in Ocala. I know they have a couple of good breweries, and it's a nice town, but I don't have any good recommendations. I'm sorry to say. Let me scroll down here because I'll read it. Here because Johnny Kite Bartolo celebrating 15 months of being an executive producer, and that's a big fish you have there on your profile picture. I'm gonna go fishing one of these days. Redman R, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Oh man, this chat is going too quick. It's hard to keep up and read everybody. But Mary Fieramusca says, my husband cousin is a snowbird. He lives in Buffalo, New York. When it starts getting cold, he heads down to Florida. Goes back when it starts to warm up. Yeah, right now the idea is I guess you you would have to at some point, but the idea is never to have to winterize your RV, right? That would be like the best choice. Have so little hair left, they always stretch out the haircut to justify charging full price. LOL. We wish they just get it done. And this guy that I go to, he's like he doesn't like to cut it too short, So that I go like more often. What he doesn't know is that that when I travel, sometimes I spend 3 months without getting a haircut. So everybody's saying hello to my mom here. Aren't you supposed to be going to Quartzsite in January? Will you seek the lonesome cactus as in previous episodes? Wondering if that cactus is still out there. I'm sure it's still out there. But the last time there was a Winnebago View standing next to it. So it all depends if it is available. I may not. I don't know if I'm going to stay at that cactus is. There are several areas. There's that particular cactus is in the Scat and Wash area. So I'm probably going to stay at La Posa. But I don't know yet. If they can fix the charge time, they will never be any good for towing. Yeah, that's about electric cars. I think far in it's not gonna happen in the next 10 years. I don't think we're gonna be off fossil fuels in the next 10 years. But eventually, yeah, technology advances, and it may not be electricity. It might be hydrogen for all we know. Can you please sing Guantanamera on exit? Remind me to do that. Yes, I agree with you, Robert. A trade-out type system would seem practical. I should patent that, let me tell you, but you would need a standardized battery, everybody uses the same size, the same voltage, the same exact whatever. You would need standards for that. But Alma, I hope glad you're feeling better. Yeah, mom is feeling better. And thank you, Lucky Duck Productions, always for being here and for moderating. And Jim Foster is here. Question, Dylan Reynolds, what are the first signs that you have to winterize? Well, if it freezes for more than a couple of hours overnight, I would, yeah. Yeah, and I don't intend of ever winterizing. You know, most RVs, most modern RVs, they don't have any plumbing outside. At least the good ones, the one that are and if you have like holding tank heaters, and there are all kinds of things to prevent. I mean, the thing is to prevent the water pipes from freezing. Jen on Wheels, happy Friday. Could you please sing happy birthday to my daughter, Aubrey? She turns 14 on Wednesday, and she's a big fan. All right, Aubrey teenager, happy birthday, dear Aubrey. Happy birthday to you. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Are you still planning to go to Alaska? Yes. Yes, but as I said again, all the plans are on hold, kind of, seeing what is gonna happen. You know, with the next rig. By the way, 433 of you watching. That's very nice. Thank you, everybody. Taking Minitini on a trip soon. Nothing long until January. That is when we're gonna go to Quartzsite. That's the plan anyway. But there's the keys are calling, and somebody the other day commented in one of the videos that I was losing my mojo, that I had to go back to the Florida Keys, and and I still don't know whether I'm gonna do it in hotels or just take Minitini down. But before the end of the year, we're hitting the Keys, man, for sure. Hello, can you sing Mamacita, ¿Dónde está Santa Claus around the Christmas holidays? I don't know that one, but I'll look it up. From Rafael Munoz, have you done anything big in San Antonio, Houston, Dallas? I've never been to Dallas. I'm thinking of going through Dallas on the way west. You know, I've taken I-10 so many times. This time I want to take I-20, maybe to Birmingham, Shreveport in Louisiana, Dallas. Maybe we'll visit our friend Paul Falsey and Tina, and then take I-20, to take that other part of Texas, Odessa, Texas, Abilene, those. And I've been to Houston. We did a video on Houston as well. So, hello, Robert. We're enjoying the cold weather. Tomorrow we're going to replace the Micro Minis backsplash. The original is bubbling up. You know what? So, little by little, you really do have to replace things. Believe it or not, my Minitini I is holding up pretty well, even though we had a little bit of water damage there, but we caught it on time. But still, everything still works, which is, even the original Truma AquaGo. They are making roads that charge the car while driving in some places. That would be cool if they could do like an induction kind of charging. Can you sing Happy Thanksgiving to my turkey? I don't think your turkey is going to like that. Hi, Robert from Colin McSherry. Watching your Savannah video right now. Would you recommend visiting? Absolutely. What beautiful city. Beautiful city. And great food too. Mr. Robot, I'm thinking we'll have a warp core engine first. That would be the logical thing, right? It will be a lot quicker. I'm still waiting for the flying car, which it turns out it's called a helicopter. I read the other day, but I'm still looking for my flying car. Linda Spanks, new sub here. Just love your channel, Linda and Ryan from Panama City, Florida, in the Emerald Coast. Thank you so much, and welcome to our Pelican Head group here. which is very lively tonight. Electric cars predate gasoline. That's true. That's true. Have you ever used Jackery? I bought a combo and it's nice for some things, but charges don't last long and seems they really don't run anything important for very long. Kind of disappointed. It depends on the Jackery. I have that Jackery 1500. Disclaimer: I didn't pay for it. I didn't pay for any Jackery. I have like 3 Jackeries and 2 Blue Eddies because they. I keep saying no now. I haven't said. I haven't. You know, if I said yes to everything that they want to send me, I would have 20 of each, and you wouldn't be watching anymore because my channel would be all about those things. But it all depends. Like my Jackery 1500 can run the microwave. No, it doesn't. It's the Blue Eddy. The big Blue Eddy is the one that can't even run the microwave. But it all depends on the you have to check what kind of inverter they're putting in there and how many watt hours of power. Like the little tiny Jackery, yeah, that's to charge your phone and your camera, maybe run your PC for a couple hours, but that's it. Hold on. Let me scroll down here because we have a super chat. Thank you, the Lost RVers. Any estimated itinerary for Q23? I have a tentative schedule here, and if all goes well, let me see because I have the schedule on this. So I'm using 2 screens here, and this screen is partially blocked by the microphone. If all goes well, we'll be arriving by our saguaro cactus there. And now I can't find it because I don't have it. Sometimes towards the tail end of the RTR, so I'm gonna say 19th, January 19th, 20th, around that time. And I'm gonna try to stay as long as possible. I mean, we haven't really. Illy has been with me only like 1 day in Quartzite, so we're gonna try to stay at La Posa South most likely. So we pay I think it's $40 or $60. I don't know how much it is to have access to dump station, potable water and trash and all that, so we can stay longer than our holding tanks can hold. So we might do 1 dump while we're there. Rob Hewitt, super chat. Thank you so much. Recommendations on best locations and hotels in the Keys. I haven't done many hotels in the Keys in a long time, but in my opinion, the Keys get good after Isla Morada, towards the middle of Isla Morada and going south. Key Largo, yeah, it's nice, but it's not very scenic, at least not from the road. Yeah, you have several hotels and. I'm trying to think here on my feet, but let me read one more super chat from William Brody. Let me see if I have anything on my map here on the Florida Keys. Of course, my map is in Montana because that's what I'm doing research right now. But I would try to stay in Isla Morada. Actually, there's a very nice hotel that used to be the Holiday Isle resort, and now it's called the Postcard Inn in Isla Morada. That's one of those places that I would love to stay at some point. And there's Southernmost Hotel in Key West, but Key West, you can't really go wrong. There's so many hotels in Key West. Of course, RV parks. If I were to stay in Key West, Boyd's Campground, there's that brand new rebuilt Sugarloaf KOA that is very nice too. So yeah, there's a lot of things, a lot to do there. All right, I'm gonna. Marathon is best. Marathon is Yellowtail Inn. There you go. Private rooms with patios and grills. I've never, I've never stayed in. Well, we stayed in Marathon at that RV resort they had by the Duck Key. I forget what it was called. But I like the lower keys. I like from if the farther south or west, I guess in this sense, the more that I like. You know what's good about this 395? That I could have just one, but it feels like two. It is so big. How many ounces is this thing? 1 pint, six 1 pint, 6 fluid ounces, 8% alcohol. Oh, I'm gonna be the tipsy YouTuber tonight. Refills, anyone? Yes, refill. But I actually don't need one yet. But thank you, Sonia. Have you visited the East Martello Museum and seen Robert the Doll? No, I have not. So you're saying the keys get better once you drive past Betsy the Giant Lobster? Yes. Which I've never stopped. I've always passed by but never stopped. Believe it or not. And my mom wishing happy Thanksgiving. All right. John Agardi. Hi, Robert. Really enjoy your videos heading to Quartzsite in December. Do you have a favorite camp area there? Thanks. Well, the Scat and Wash, the thing with the Scat and Wash, there are really no services. If you want to do a dump, then take a dump. No, make a dump. You have to go to, it's called the RV Pit Stop in downtown Quartzsite. But then you have La Posa South, and there's a La Posa South LTVA, but which means long term visitor area and drink. I just touched my nose. And I think that's probably the best one. La Posa South is probably the largest one. There's even an area called the Magic Circle. Just Google it. In any case, beware, Robert the doll is supposed to be possessed. Oh no. Hey, Lisanne Robertson. We love you from Quebec, Canada. Well, merci. And I really want to go back to Quebec because when we were there, I mean, we did a road trip in Canada. What was it, like 10 days? It was way too rushed. But I want, part of the joy of travel is it's the food. I don't consider myself a foodie, but I like to try. I'm not like extremely adventurous. There are certain things that one day I might eat, but but I love to try the food, and the food in Quebec is great actually. Nursing our travel bug, the magic circle isn't very magical. LOL. Watch out for the magic circle. Yeah, lucky dog, I will. Actually, the last time I was in Quartzsite, I kind of drove, kind of looking for it, but I felt bad, like getting too close to it. I didn't. It was kind of chilly, so yeah. Anyway, I've spoken too much. How long does it take you to drive to Quartzsite? If I were to drive from here right now, pretty much nonstop, 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day, whatnot, I could probably make it there in 6 days. I'll be there in maybe 5 if I really push myself. So first day I would make it to Pelicamp. Second day, probably somewhere in Louisiana. Third day, maybe Houston. Fourth day, like Western Texas, is somewhere like a junction. Fourth day, I lost count. Fifth day, somewhere in New Mexico, and by the sixth day, I would make it there. So Garces on the road, thank you for that super chat. Can't wait to join you at Quartzsite one day. Very hard for us. I work at the Naples airport, and we're really busy at that time of the year. One day, man. It's All it takes is a dream. I mean, on a 2 week vacation is not feasible, and that was my dream for many years when I had the day job, and as I recall, my first long trip with the RV, I would see, we traveled to Chicago. We did like we drove up to Chicago through the east, and then we kind of made our way through St. Louis, Memphis, and whatnot. But then you see signs that say Kansas City, or Dallas, or Little Rock, and I'm like, it's only 4 hours that way, but we can't make it on this trip. Luckily, I feel myself very lucky. And Eddie Negrete, have you had Filipino food like? Well, that first one sounds like a bad word in Spanish, but no, I have not. I have not, to be honest. And hello, Dookie Chips. How's the weather up there, the Dookie Chips? Well, no, it's Buffalo, right? Where they're having the whiteout, not Rochester. Which, with your diet, are you going to eat real food for Thanksgiving? Oh yeah, I'm breaking the diet. In fact, I'm thinking, I've lost a little over 10 pounds since we returned from the trip, and I'm gonna start easing out of the diet. I'm not gonna make it I'm not gonna eat keto for the rest of my life. That's not feasible. I like beer too much, and I like to have a pizza from time to time. That kind of thing. But I'm gonna watch what I eat, and I'm gonna watch how much beer I drink. So it doesn't get out of hand again. Anyone on the chat going to Quartzsite, traveling rubber? Anyone know how going to be there to secure a campsite? Is it a YouTube rally, a traveling rubber meetup, a remote Minitini concert? We could do all of those. What I'm thinking about, I don't know if I know the folks that organize Q21 are doing a Q23. I don't know if Papa Drew is involved. I know Mark Guido from Grand Adventure. He's doing something, and I'm thinking of just joining it. Doing something together with someone else who is out there more often. But worst case scenario, I'm gonna drop a pin on the map, and I'm gonna reveal my coordinates, my GPS coordinates, and you're more than welcome to hang out. But I would reveal that once I'm there. Once I arrive and I find a good spot, with plenty of space around me. Or otherwise, I'll join someone else, and yeah, we can. I'm probably gonna take my keyboard and some equipment so we can do a concert. I would love to do a concert live out there. That would be like pushing the boundaries of technology, right? Starlink to transmit it, and no generators allowed. We're gonna do it all with batteries and solar, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Mr. Robato, looking forward to our Florida trip next spring. Fort Wilderness, followed by Key West. Oh, Key West. Key West. Kanye West, so Key West. Have you ever thought of living on the road full time? I thought that's what I wanted many years ago, when I used to listen to the Living the RV Dream podcast with John and Kathy Huggins and many other people who swear by the full-time lifestyle, not having a sticks and bricks home. But after all these years, I just don't think it's for me. That living like that, ruthless. I kind of like having things. I've always been a musician. I like having a recording equipment and pianos and that kind of thing. So and having physical records, to listen to music. Although I don't listen to it as much as I should, but that's another story. Young Dave, have you been to the Louisiana State Capitol building in Baton Rouge? The spiral staircase to the upper floor and stained glass ceiling is really cool. I have not been inside. I've been in Baton Rouge and I've been outside, but I haven't seen it inside. All right, let me scroll down here and just read some of the longer messages. Cross country RV tech and solar. We're really hoping to make it to Quartzsite. We got twins that have to be born here in Texas first before we can get back on the road. It could happen any day. Well, congratulations on that. Beforehand, everything in moderation. Yep, I agree with that, Keith. A great IPA to look for when in New Mexico. Elevated IPA from Cumbre Brewing Company. I have to write that down. Do you bring your e-bike with you? You look rather thin. Maybe need to eat more. New frames, extra fancy or similar to what you're wearing now? These are my new frames. It's I'm the kind of person that if it ain't broke. What I did, because these are those transition lenses that get darker in the sun, but you know where they don't get dark? In the car. So I got this. So now I can look cool, I can look cool like Tony Montana. What do you think? Yeah, I got an extra pair with the window tints. All right. Let's do a quick a quick blitz here. With all your messages. Winter is coming. I think winter is here for some of you guys up there. Haven't heard from Papa Drew in a while. I see him on Facebook from time to time. Hey, William. But I just bought some Funky Buddha IPA. I'll let you know how I like it next week. Funky Buddha is really good. I like. You know which one I also like? The Goose, the gray goose. What's the Goose one? And the one that they have one IPA at the bar in Quartzsite that is really good. How long do you cook a turkey? I don't know. I Google it. Probably like 5 hours. I bought a big one. Go whole food, plant-based as your lifestyle, and you'll drop pounds and cholesterol. I don't think I could ever do that. I like meat way too much. On average, what's your limit on hours, miles that you travel on average day? I used to call it half a Texas. Half a Texas is right now is pretty much the distance between my home and Pelican. 420 miles. It's pretty much my limit. I've done more when I went back. Now I did one of those, like, hightailed it to Colorado back in July, and I had some 500-mile days, but yeah, not much. You definitely need a home base, says Jeffrey Di Bartolo, and my dream is to have several home bases. And that's the dream, have, in strategic points around the country, Do you use Starlink? Yes, I do. I have the home service, so I'm giving. Well, I'm here in Miami. I'm actually giving Elon because I cannot pause that one. So I've given Elon $135 that I haven't used, but whatever. We're getting on the road soon, and we're gonna put Starlink to use again. So. I was going to do a blitz, but I didn't. Being from Trinidad and Tobago, I enjoy your singing. God bless you. God bless you too, Trinidad and Tobago. One day I will visit. Robert is going to have his own Burning Man. Hey, next year I want to go to Burning Man, actually. Shirley Hines, you're Robert and Neely. Great day from St. Charles, Missouri. I like the haircut. Prayers for your safety. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And nice shades. You look like Bosch. A little Bosch. Hey, Robert, next trip to South Dakota. Do not miss Badlands Custer State Park and Mount Rushmore, which are a must. We just did all that last summer. I just haven't gotten around to edit those videos, but I think you're gonna enjoy them because I enjoyed our stay there very, very much. Custer State Park is one of those hidden gems that is should be a national park, really. Goose Island, thank you so much. And Chef at Large is Yo soy un hombre sincero de donde crece la palma. Yes, sir. New infants in an RV at Quartzsite seems courageous. Yeah, but it's as long as you are ready for boondocking. G Photo Girl, hi Robert, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. And Tin Con Carl Pelican will have 3 to 4 feet of sunshine tomorrow. Really? I wonder how Pelicamp is doing. Do you mind indulging me? And if I can find it here. Let's see how Pelicamp looks on this great day of today. Who wants to look at Minitini I right now? I'm trying to. The new Mac can do move to LG HDR. Okay, the new Mac can do iOS apps, but it doesn't do it all that great. Let me see. How can I do this? Hold on. I need a technical director. Does anybody know a technical director that can help me out with this? No, that's not it. That's Key West. We can do secondary display. And that's actually what I'm looking at right now, except here. Boom. That's Pelicamp right there. Right now live. My neighbor across the street has put up a lot of lights. I haven't met him yet. We've messaged through Instagram, but it looks good. It doesn't look very overgrown at all. So it doesn't look like we have many bugs either. So that's good. So that's Pelicamp right there. And now how do I go back to me? Here we go. How many of you watching? 468 according to Google. Thank you everybody for being here. We're down in the upper 20s at night this week. Hey, just like when I was there with my mom. How does your new truck tow? Can't wait to tow with my new Tundra. It tows great, at least for the size and the weight RV that I have. I really have no complaints. Nothing like that V8, Do you do the same route to Quartzsite each time, or do you change it up? In the past I've done I-10 always, but this year I'm gonna change it up because I don't really want to do I don't really want to do I-10 anymore. I want to change, take a different route, see different cities, different towns, slightly different landscape. Although I don't know, Texas, until you get like really West Texas, it's kind of flat. So let me see here. I'm kind of trying to. William Irizarry, where's Mr. CLT? Hope all is well with him. He must be busy because I haven't seen him much in social media, and I haven't seen him here in a couple of weeks. So I don't know. Let me. From Larry Bridgewater Jr. Hi Robert, the Lewis and Clark series is your best work so far. South Dakota is beautiful. Thank you for all your hard work and sharing with us. No, you're very welcome. It hasn't been the most successful as far as views wise, as far as um, YouTube views, but I'm really enjoy doing it. It's something that I wanted to do, and sometimes you have to do something because you feel like doing it because you believe in it, and I think eventually they will become evergreens, you know. And I do plan to build eventually do one longer documentary, you know, with I'm not gonna be able to do everything, but like the highlights of the whole trip, the following the Lewis and Clark. We missed a couple of things that I might do next year. Let me. Mark Pickering, I do enjoy your videos. I have done several multi-week trips across the country. One trip was 22 days to the West Coast, drove 8,000 miles, and lived out of my 2001 Grand Cherokee. Oh man, that's adventurous. Danny Figueroa, first time, long time, love from Seattle. Tallulah, our dog, watches you with us every time. Gracias, Robertico. No, you're welcome, Tallulah. Is that named after Tallulah Gorge in Georgia, or is it a different Tallulah? In any case, thank you for watching. Gary Soldan, thank you for that super chat. Thank you all for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Have you ever thought of scooters instead of the bikes? I would love to. I only ridden those new electric scooters once in Milwaukee, of all places. I did, and I didn't film it because I couldn't hold the camera and ride at the same time. But at some point, yeah. Is Jalisco in the cards? So many places to see there. Not to mention the tequila. I do have intentions of going into Mexico in January or February. But we're probably gonna do Baja. You know, let's do Mexico light to begin. You know what they call the free zone, which is the area that you don't have to get any extra special permits or anything like that. So I'm really thinking of doing Baja. Robert Powell, I'd like to say hi to everyone, but can't type much with thumbs. Oh. Between you, Mark, and Papa, me too. There'll be over 400 next year around the fires. You remember 2021? That was pretty wild, man. That fire, we kept a fire going for I don't know how many days. How many days? I mean, the fire never really stopped. I mean, only that day that we had the big downpour. It was a deluge. It does rain in the desert sometimes. Quick, how do you turn off the Starlink service? RVR subscription? We're on the app. Seems like BFD do this. If the thing with Starlink, I got the residential service with my residential address at Pelicamp. And I don't think there's a way to change that to an RV plan, which is good and bad because the RV plan gets deprioritized when you are in a busy area where there is congestion. I mean, it could go down to 1 megabit per second down or even less. So that's the problem with the RV service, and that's the one that you can get with the one that now they have the dish that can go on the roof of the RV. I have the residential one, which if I am at Pelicamp, I get priority and I don't get deprioritized, or is that something? Yeah, there, or any slowdowns. But the bad part about that is that I cannot pause the service. So I am basically wasting that money on the months that I'm not traveling. And I'm not gonna leave Starlink at Pelicamp unattended, you know. You know what I mean? So I am paying for a less expensive internet service for Pelicamp just so that I have the cameras. It is very slow, but it's enough for the cameras. But eventually we're gonna have to make some changes to that. Minitini Lounge soon. I think so. I put it on my calendar actually, because I want to do at least one before the end of the year. I want to do one for New Year's for sure. We're probably going to do it early, like celebrate European New Year's or something like that. But I might do one like on the 10th, December 10th, somewhere around that time. That's the plan anyway. Do you like the Parker, Arizona area? I'm interested in spending some time there. Yes, Parker is cool. They have that casino there with the beach. It's nice. You have the desert bar. And it's not like incredibly beautiful or upscale or anything like that. It's not like Lake Havasu City. I think Lake Havasu City has a lot more to offer. But it's not bad. Parker is not bad, and it's the closest Walmart to Quartzsite. So, yeah. Barbara Lewis. Robert, I logged on a bit late. What are you sipping there? This is some a 395 IPA from Mammoth Brewing Company, and this is courtesy of our friend Young Dave here in the chat. So thank you one more time, and we're gonna do this as long as I have a little bit left, and there's still a bit left here, quite a bit actually. Maxine Oliver, I'm still enjoying your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you are. I certainly have enjoy making them. Michelle K, this desert rain in my car on the way to work every day. Oh, thank you. Desert rain, wipe away the dust. The deluge. Yeah, remember that? Actually, it wasn't that deluge that inspired Desert Rain. It was the deluge the year before, the year that I went to the RTR, which was the last regular RTR, by the way. There was that time that they didn't do it at the Scat and Wash. The BLM actually gave Bob Wells another area where he could do the RTR. And I guess it didn't go so well because right now they're just, everybody parks wherever they want. And then you have to come into town for the seminars and all that. I don't think it's as great as it used to be. But it is what it is, right? I remember the trash dumpster overflowing and it was rough with that rain. One day we had, and that day I wanted to actually move and go see something else. And back then I had the Colorado. I didn't have 4-wheel drive, so the Colorado was brand new. But I decided to stay there. I was staying with one of the executive producers, a very nice guy, patron, and yeah, it was good. Jeffrey DiBartolo, all your work is great. I like the Scandinavian videos, were my favorite series. I have relatives in Norway. I've been there, and Jeffrey, definitely I want to cross the pond again next year. I want to do videos in Europe again, you know. Robert, would you ever consider doing a video or videos on Route 66 from Oliver DeVries? And I think right now I've probably done 80% of Route 66, just not on the same trip, just not even the same year, same video. But yeah, I would do it again. The one problem with Route 66 is a lot of it doesn't exist anymore, especially out west. So we had a salsa band on the cruise at Miami. We thought of you and really enjoyed the night. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Dressed like Tony Montana for New Year's mini bar. Do the accent. That would be hilarious. You know, they want to spoil my $800 suit. I don't know, man. Wi-Fi booster better than Starlink? Well, the good thing about Wi-Fi booster is that the service is free, right? You pay for the equipment and then you basically steal Wi-Fi from different places, faraway places. I had Wi-Fi booster pretty much in every RV I've had since I got the original Wi-Fi Ranger, and I never use it. It never works. You're still depending on whatever speed that Wi-Fi has, and generally speaking, it's it's hit or miss. Starlink, as long as you have a clear view of the, I would say 20-degree northern sky, you're golden, and it's gonna work 99% of the time. It's gonna be perfect. Garces on the Road. Robert, what's the process to become a producer? Well, if you want to be an executive, it's $20 a month on Patreon or here on the memberships. That's all there is to it. If you watch a movie, when it says executive producer, it's not really the person that produces anything. It's just the person that puts up the money for the movie. And that's exactly the way I do it. The executive producers at the end of the show are just the $20 patrons or members. And Darlene wants to know what's on my t-shirt. Well, this I got several years ago. Actually, that was on that Chicago trip, that first long trip that we did with the RV, and it's Rock City. Rock City, and this is in the just outside Chattanooga, Tennessee, but it's actually on the Georgia side. And they claim that you can see 7 states from there, which is not true. Spoiler alert, but what can you do? It's a cool place. It's a kind of a tourist trap kind of place, but it's cool. It's well made, and it's been there since, I don't know, the 40s, 50s. It's one of those old attractions. Hey, Jim in DC, Herbie, at least you've got a brother to help out. The longer you're away, more peace of mind you'll enjoy. Hey. Okay, there you go. I see the conversation now. I'm glad you guys are hanging out here with me, and I really do enjoy you all having conversations among yourselves. It's like this cool club that we have here. Spoiler alert! I love Tennessee. I do too. So do I. This close to buying land in Tennessee. So. What bandwidth speed do you typically use using Starlink up and down on a good day? Let's talk a good day. Over 100 down, 130 maybe, and 10 up. Then on a bad day, it could go down to 5 down. If you are, it's usually like 7 p.m. In a congested area. 7 p.m. and then you'll get maybe 1 up. That's a bad day. And that doesn't reflect obstructions. Obstructions, you still get the super speed, the good speed, but it goes on and off. You may lose the internet for 10 seconds and then it comes back up, which is really not even a problem like watching YouTube. You could do it, or making an upload like I do. But if there's something that requires the data, like a Zoom call, like I did an interview with a podcast, the one that I posted on Facebook a couple of days ago, like a couple of weeks ago. And that was horrible because every 2 or 3 minutes, I would get like an 8-second dropout. And then that guy had to edit the heck out of that interview. But when it works, it works. Traveling Robert from the Red Jaguar. Our newly installed Pep Wave has shined. I can sell the wife on purchasing Starlink right now. And I think on my next rig, I'm probably going to get that Pep Wave with the what's the service that Mike and Jennifer promote? Our internetondego.com or something like that. I might try that. It's expensive too. It's as expensive as ISP Mint, but... from your experience, what's the overall best carrier? Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, or Consumer Cellular? AT&T, hands down, unless you're in California. And Verizon, unless you're in Missouri, in rural Missouri. It depends, but I think AT&T is a little better. And what I like about AT&T, it still uses that GSM frequency, I think, that is more internationally compatible if you want to take your phone to Europe or other places in which Verizon uses a different frequency. There was another question that I wanted to know. Rock City is close to Ruby Falls. Yeah, Rock City, Ruby Falls, Chattanooga. There's that incline railway. All those are good tourist attractions in that area. Please say happy birthday to John Daly. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you. Are you and Chuchi going to play together again? Would love to see it. Yes. No, hopefully. I have to call. I haven't called the Chuchi in a while, but I want to do like a fast-paced, smooth jazz tune that I have up here in my head. And I'm gonna call Chuchi for trumpets and trombones, and I'm gonna call this another friend of mine, Rudy, who plays the saxophone, and we're gonna do like a nice, like a nice kind of smooth jazz meets Earth, Wind and Fire or something like that. So yeah. Have you been to Bethesda, Maryland? They have a nice tourist area there. I was in Bethesda, Maryland in 2001. I used to work for Discovery Channel, and their offices were in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I was in Bethesda for something during that trip. I forget what it was, what it was for. But yeah, that was a time before Discovery Channel became a public company. And back then they used to, they spent the whole they would fly the whole company to that area. They put us on a Marriott that was like super nice hotel, and yeah, they did a convention at the actually they did it at the Baltimore Convention Center, which was very cool. Redoing the Chattanooga Choo Choo Area Museum, putting a bunch of money into it. I hope they, because it was nice when I was there, but there was something missing. Need some congas too. Robert, I can play the bass drum. Just saying. Hey, bass drum. Nowadays we have technologies that you can do it on, remote. It's not gonna be Latin. Oh, we could Latin jazz. I'm going back. So does Starling slow you down after you go over your gigs? That's a new thing. Up until 2 weeks ago they didn't, but now if you go and to be honest, I think it's 1 terabyte. What Elon said that after 1 terabyte, they're gonna slow you down to the same speed that you get deprioritized. Like when it is when you're in a congested area, which is still usable. It's not like Verizon that they deprioritize you to 600 kilobits per second. It's still gonna be like 1 down and maybe half up. It's gonna be usable, but yeah, that's a new thing. Yeah, that's a new thing that they're gonna. Yep. So, Robert, are you saying I'm out of a job? If you want to fly to Miami and play the bass drum here, you're more than welcome to, but maybe we can do it remote. I could have a small recording studio in the RV, right? Tracy's channel, oh, I hate bandwidth limits. It's just, and to be fair, bandwidth is limited, right? At some point during peak hours, they have to manage it somehow, and I think that that's the best we have right now. It's the better of no, it's not the better of two evils, but you know what I mean. It's I would like to have. And that's the one thing that I have here in the Flagami studio in Miami that I could never have while traveling. They claim gigabit. You're never gonna get gigabit, but I get consistent 500 up and 500 down. In fact, let's do a speed test right now while we're streaming. And I'm gonna show you. The internet here in this area, and of course I am in Miami, but I'm in Miami proper. I'm in the city. I'm not in the suburbs. I'm 5 miles from downtown, which is basically the internet hub. We have a node right here, and I just wanna brag and make you all jealous in a couple of seconds here. See, so you see what kind of bandwidth, how spoiled we are here, and how much I kind of miss having this when I'm on the road. It's basically the only thing I miss, but it's important. Let me switch screens here. Second, primary display. Yep. 529 down, 536 up. That's fast. Whoops. That's fast. So a video that might take hours on the road, it takes 10 minutes here. It's crazy. Did you see the Artemis rocket launch? I was this close to driving to Titusville or somewhere around there and just boondock overnight just to watch it, but I didn't. And I do want to watch it because watching SpaceX, what's called the Falcon, go up is nice, but it's a cigarette lighter compared to a bonfire. I mean, a solid rocket. I remember watching the space shuttle. I only watched it once. The last time the space shuttle, I made a point. It was a time that I was basically I was between jobs. I was just working, living off the music, and I decided that same day, let's just go up to Titusville. We'll sleep in the car. We'll find a place where we can see the rocket launch. And we left. I took Brian and Brian's cousin, Johnny, and we just drove the 3 hours to Titusville. We arrived there like at midnight, 1 a.m., I forget. And we found parking at a relatively good spot. I mean, right there by the water. And we slept a couple hours in the car. And then in the morning I got some breakfast, and I think by 10 a.m. the rocket launch took place. That was STS-135, I believe. And let me tell you, that solid booster, it's like nothing else. It's crazy. I mean, as I said, the Falcon 9, whatever it's called, it's like a firecracker compared to that thing. Pencil me in on your calendar for a practice for my bass drum. Will do. Robert, which campground do you recommend to watch the launch? There's a state park. There's a state park right on Titusville, where you could pretty much watch it. A lot of people just boondock at the causeway. What's the name of that state park? Pelican something or another. I'm trying to look it up here, but I'm not gonna find it right now. Look it up. It's a state park, and it's somewhere just not around south of Cocoa Beach. It's on the mainland. I think this is it. No. So somebody will know. All right. By the way, I'm gonna start. Do you own a printed roadmap atlas? Just wondering. No, what I used to do, and I pretty much have all of them now. Whenever I went to a welcome center for a given state, I got their roadmap, but I don't. And by now it's for me it's so much easier to do it electronically. So when I'm going to be in an area where there is no internet connectivity, I just download offline maps and I have them on my phone. And my beer is gone, so you know what, that's our cue. Let me read a couple more of your comments. And smash the like button. Yes, smash that. Wisconsin Traveler, we get about 7 down and 2 up. I need to go to the library to upload 4K video. Otherwise, I take down the whole house for the whole evening and night. I need an upgrade. Yeah, I mean, here we have the AT&T fiber. I mean, it's not terribly expensive, but then again, we're in a big city near the internet backbone. So if I moved 10 miles outside Miami, probably wouldn't be able to have this internet. So the Lost Arvier, so music in the desert with Traveling Rubber begins January 19th or thereabouts through January 24th or thereabouts, or maybe even longer. RB Boondocking Adventure be there or thereabouts. We'll hook up somehow, definitely. Definitely. If all goes well, if all goes as planned, if nothing, falls through, we're going to be there and we're going to have a great time. And I just have all the restaurants planned out because I want to eat at all these places and I'm going to gain my 10 pounds back, but I don't care. I want to eat the Goliath pizza at Silly Owls. We're going to go to Beer Bellies. We're going to go to El Gringo, the Mexican place. There's the Yacht Club, all those places. So everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Let me grab the guitar. Question: what are your plans for next week? I don't know. We might go by Pelicamp. But next week, next plan for next week is Thanksgiving. So we're going to roast the turkey that I have back there in that refrigerator you see back there. So I'm all in on SpaceX. Watching a launch is on my bucket list. And I do want to they say sometimes to watch a launch, and if you wait long enough, you get to see the constellation of satellites, coming off the thing. And then I hear it's, and Chef at Large wants to hear the Guantanamera. I'm going to have to sing the Guantanamera. The Guantanamera. Yeah, I haven't done the Guantanamera in a long time, so should I make you wait for Minitini Lounge? Cars, the government campground called Cars on Merritt Island. Straight shot to see the lounge. I thought Cars Camp was only for like NASA people, but I could be wrong. I stayed there once actually, at the courtesy of our friends Omar and Jenny and Rob, who work at NASA. Let's see how this works. Red Jaguar says, traveling Florida, I never understood what you meant, but traveling in Florida is expensive and traffic is crazy. Stay away from I-95. Where are you right now, by the way? Are you anywhere near me? Hey, Nicaragua in the house. Guantanamera. No, that's the wrong key. Let's do it in C. Guantanamera. Guajira Guantanamera. Guantanamera. Guajira Guantanamera. Everybody, thank you for coming. I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah, I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with me here, and I'll see you next Friday, same time, same YouTube channel. same place, right here at the Flagami Studio. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see you on Black Friday. Bye.